Well, we are at the first pull-off stop area for views. Not much of a view because the vegetation's all grown up, but it's kind of neat. It's rustic. But we are in Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and it is a kind of a stormy, rainy day. You can see the clouds coming in and out of the woods, the mountains. We'll see, but this is our first stop. Akela was whining and crying about the bumpy road, curvy road, so I figured I'd let him out to water the trees and the bushes. Raining. No fun raining. Well, we're at Cataloochee Campground. It looks like a very old, crowded campground. And I think we are at number 3, so this may be us coming up. I think we'll drive around the campground once. Maybe we're at 8, because this one seems to be full. I see some pop-ups, and I see a couple of campers, little small campers. Boy, this is not a campground for RVs. Even Class C's would be hard-pressed to get in here. Very skinny trees, very skinny road here. Big trailer. How'd they get that down here? Here is the bathhouse. I think we'll stop in there for a minute. This is the bathhouse. Really a bathroom. And it's a very dark bathhouse at the moment. But it has 2 toilets and 1 urinal. They do have a wash sink on the bathhouse, which is kind of nice. It's pretty clean and pretty nice. I doubt that they have hot water, but they might. Well, the road in here was a little rougher than usual. It's completely shaken, not stirred, but there's stuff everywhere on the floor in there. So let's get set up and get it back together. All right, so this is our campsite. It is site number 8, and it's pretty close to the neighbors. There's one big tree between us or so. We're facing north, so we're not getting any solar. And we could have come down back a little farther, but it's a little less even back here. So we picked kind of the middle of the campsite. It does have a real nice tent pad, but of course we're on a trailer. We could have gotten up here on the tent pad though. I'll tell you that right now. We could have done that, but we got the lamp post and a nice fire ring and picnic table, and I don't know what that is. It's a branch of yellow, but the car just fits. But we're only going to be here for 2 nights and 3 days, and so we don't really care about electricity too much. The only thing using it is the fridge. The electronics of the fridge use a fair amount, really. But and again, the other thing about the National Park Forest is poor Akela can't find a stick. Come, good boy. Come here. Come here. Yeah, it's a good boy. He's looking for a stick. He can't find a stick, and these ones laying in the woods are a little on the large size, even for him. But we have a little trail back here in the woods that goes along to the stream. It's pretty nice. Look at all this moss, though. Somebody was sawing this up with a chainsaw, probably trying to get it to burn. You can't get this wood to burn in here. You know, I've been to the Smoky Mountains. This will be my 5th time, and there's never been any wood in the... You can't find wood that you can burn here. It's just too wet. Oh, and there's a fisherman down there. Hopefully he's catching fish. All right, well, we're going to get settled and check things out, and we'll look around for flowers and interesting things in the forest. We have a whole bunch of Indian pipes right behind the trailer, and these are the flowers. But it's pretty interesting. They do produce nectar and stuff, and the bees come and pollinate them and climb through them and stuff. Bugs like them, so they're an interesting thing. Interesting plant, and they're real easy to find in the woods because they're snow white. And there's a big tree stump there that who knows when that came down, but that's probably what's all in the woods over there. Okay, free. He doesn't like to be put up on a pedestal. Also at the back of our campsite, there's a couple of piles of this stuff, which might indicate that the elk go through here in the morning, which maybe we'll see them. Who knows? He's awful weird acting about walking around. He's looking for stuff. I know, yes, he does play with balls too. He washes off the ball for me, so it's not all slobbery. Now, wouldn't you love to live in that house, in this valley, surrounded by all these mountains and everything? Tough to get the morning egg and milks delivered, but not bad. Here we go in it. Let's go in it. It's gonna be a little dark. Should have brought the flashlight. I'm sorry, folks, it's a little bit dark in here. It's not the sunniest day outside. And they just have these great big long windows. Geez, they've got a beautiful staircase with beautiful spindles. This must have been somebody who had money. A nice back porch out here to look at things. There's a little butterfly, pet butterfly, just showing off his wings. The house is all supported on piles of rocks. It doesn't look like it would be very stable or very consistent. If you have teenagers and a radio in the house, you're in big trouble, even back in those days. But they didn't have footers. They just had that's a sawn timber there. But pretty interesting. It's got a tin roof. Those are tin shingles. And it looks like a pretty steep roof. Probably held up pretty well with that steep pitch. They've got some old lead gutters. Keep the water from doing much damage to the foundation. They've actually got the modern piping on the bottom to keep it away from the bottom of the house. My favorite part of any house is the wraparound porch. I love a wraparound porch. It's so nice to be able to walk around the outside of your house on the porch, put a chair on any part, and this has a neat little railing for the kitties. Not sure that would do for drunk Uncle Charlie, but let's see. The historic house you are about to visit depicts the lives of early settlers. If it is defaced, the impact is permanent, the damage lasts forever. Please enjoy this place. We did. It's a very special place. 11/28/15, Irene Caldwell Sutton, 79 years old, was here today. She was raised in this house, and her family was the last family to live here. That is called the Park. Now they left in 1968, and her family was the very first settlers. There were more people living here at the time before the park took it in the 30s than they were in Waynesville, North Carolina. My family hated to leave this place, and the once of a life left, once of a visit, still miss and love it. My daughter Tammy brought me here. I can see Mom and Dad, Pappy here. Pretty cool. This is the barn that goes with the house. It's 2 stories. There's the upper story there, and it's got all this space for airing out whatever they put in there, whether it be hay or not. And I imagine down here for the horses and livestock. Guess you can go in here and up the stairs. Ooh. It looks like they put a fairly new tin roof on this thing. I don't know how many of the original boards have gone, but the floor looks pretty solid. Oof. I'm feeling fat though. There's a new tin to put on it. It must have put up hay and corn and whatever else they need up here to dry, maybe even tobacco, who knows. There are some loose boards here that are definitely making me skip a beat on the heartbeat here. Well, we decided to take the trail to the cemetery, and it goes up this very steep hill, so hopefully it's not too long, but it doesn't say anything about no dogs. There's a sign there that says no horses, so we'll hope that it's okay for Caesar or Akela to go up and pull me up, and we'll keep him away from the headstones if there are any. That is a very, very steep climb, and having it being raining, it doesn't make it any easier. It's a pretty muddy, slippery mess. Boy, that was like walking up a ladder. That was nearly straight up. Holy moly. But there is a very nice little cemetery up here with, of course, one big beautiful oak tree, half dead. These little tiny markers say HJC MEHC Mrs. Mary C. Howell Caldwell. So that must be where her feet are. That's her head. She was a kind and affectionate wife, a fond mother, and a friend to all. It's pretty nice. It says at rest on the top. We'll go down through the whole thing. This is H.J. Caldwell, June 3rd, 1851, May 19th, 1922. Some very nice carvings for stones. And over behind Mrs. and Mrs. Caldwell are the infant's daughters of D.W. and Jessie Caldwell, born and died January 5th, 1918, I think. Pretty nice. I'd love to be buried here. I wonder if there's room for another. Somebody over here, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. R.C. Caldwell, Nell N. Caldwell, February 25th, 1924 to January 4th, 1929. Boy, they had some bad luck on daughters. Love these mountain cemeteries though. Just another big field along this road. This road is, I think it's 3 or 4 miles, but it's just all these great big fields, and the elk live up in the mountains and sleep during the day in amongst the trees, and they come down late in the afternoon. We'll be back out here the afternoon and see if we can find them. But right at the moment there's a couple of turkeys wandering around and nothing else, and there's a lot of hikers. There's a lot of these really neat little hiking trails. The Smoky Mountains, I think, has more hiking trails than any other place in the US. I mean, for the density of the number of hiking trails, it's like incredible. And they have these neat little bridges. This is an old log that, boy, you know, you better be real sturdy and stable go crossing that. I wouldn't want to do that in winter. All right, here we are at Palmer Chapel, built in 1903, remodeled in 1929. They got the new hymnals or something. But let's go look at this. This is on a big open field here. So this is the Palmer Chapel in the Glen here. It's a Methodist church. And they're setting up for the wedding in there, I guess. I think we'll be able to get in there, but it's right, this is on a main trail. I guess it's mostly a horse trail. Comes from the horse group campsites. But let's see if we can get a peek inside. Hi. Hi. Can we get just a quick peek?
Yeah.
Wow.
The wedding's not till 2, so feel free.
Oh, nice. Did a nice job.
Hey, thank you.
So the original pews, maybe? I doubt it, but they look pretty damn uncomfortable and pretty worn away. The altar. And the Methodist cross never has a Jesus on it. That's for the Catholics. Okay, we're going to try Palmer Cemetery. See if we can climb up the hill to this cemetery, which it looks as hilly as the other one. Hello, Mrs. Elk. Can I get your picture? Hello. You can come on down. We won't bother you. Well, this is the Palmer Chapel Cemetery. I imagine this is members of the church as opposed to just family of the Palmers. But I see there's a couple of brand new ones here, brand new headstones, but they're from the 1890s. So maybe the families have decided to try to keep them in good shape. Let's see, this one here has a flag on it. Confederate States Army, Warren Lockman. So they may be, the daughters of the Confederacy maybe come up and take care of them. 1900, Ira Williams. I don't imagine it's really easy to bury somebody on a hill this steep, especially if you're trying to get down 6 feet. Oh, here's 1935, 1916. Some of the Caldwells. It's an interesting variety of stones on one plot. Got Cheney the daughter, Elijah the father, Christine the mother, and way over here they got Emma. Here's a really nice one with a nice antlers. Just off the side of the road. Let's see if we can move up a little bit. But they just wander around. Right now they're all singles. They're not in herds like they are in the fall. It's just unbelievable that they can eat enough calcium and food to grow those antlers every year. And then shed them. Just drop them off and say who cares. Just to impress some girl. So I guess that's 90% of the Cataloochee draw for people. We're standing on top of the car, zoomed all the way out. This is not a steady shot. Sorry, folks. This one's got a tag on her ears. She must have done something wrong. Oh, she's got a radio collar on too. Yeah, they look like turkeys, but really they're ninjas. Sneaking through the grass, causing trouble. Ninjas, that's what they are. Not turkeys, ninjas.